If you're 60 or older, there's a side of air travel most people never see: perks, upgrades, and insider benefits that could save you hundreds of dollars, reduce stress, and make flying surprisingly easy. Airlines don't advertise these perks because every free wheelchair escort, waived fee, priority boarding pass, or seat upgrade cuts into their profits. They'd rather you pay full price, wait in long lines, and assume there's no special treatment for seniors. But here's the secret: these benefits exist specifically for travelers over 60, and airlines are hoping you'll never ask. The good news: once you know how, you can unlock them without sounding pushy or entitled. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 hidden airport perks that most seniors completely miss. And these aren't just small bonuses. We're talking faster security lines, free upgrades, waived baggage fees, and even complimentary lounge access in economy. Stick around until the end, because I will be revealing the master phrase to unlock everything. If you follow these simple steps, your next flight could be smoother, more comfortable, and less expensive than you ever imagined. Wheelchair assistance isn't reserved for passengers who physically cannot walk. If you're 60 or older and you've got tired legs, heavy luggage, anxiety about navigating massive terminals, or you simply want to skip the airport madness, you qualify for completely free wheelchair assistance. No questions asked. No medical documentation required. The airline industry has buried this information deep because every single wheelchair request costs them real money. They're paying staff, coordinating complex logistics, and prioritizing your entire journey through the airport. But federal law has their hands tied. They cannot refuse you. When you're booking your flight, there's a simple box to check for wheelchair assistance. You can even specify ambulatory assistance, which means you can walk but need help with distances or bags. This one request transforms everything. You get a personal escort through security, often bypassing the nightmare lines everyone else suffers through. You board before first-class passengers. Yes, you heard that right. Someone transports you directly to your gate so you're not wandering terminals. They help with your carry-on bags. They assist you all the way to your actual seat. But that's just the beginning. Wait until you see what perk number 2 can do for you. It could shave minutes or even hours off your time in the airport without spending a cent. If you're 75 or older, you automatically qualify for modified security screening without ever filling out a TSA pre-check application. No background check interviews, no $78 fee that younger travelers have to cough up, no waiting periods. Here's exactly how it works in practice. Passengers 75 and older can keep their shoes on during screening. You can keep your light jacket on. You might still walk through the standard metal detector, but you're getting most of the pre-check conveniences without any of the bureaucratic hassle. But there's a layer to this that they really don't want becoming common knowledge. If you're 75 plus and the security line looks like a nightmare, politely mention your age to any TSA officer you see. They have discretion to redirect you to shorter lines or provide additional assistance that speeds up your entire process. The psychology behind this policy is fascinating. TSA knows senior travelers statistically present lower security risks and move more slowly through their standard screening torture. It's actually more efficient for them to streamline your process, but they don't publicize this because if everyone knew, people would be claiming to be 75 left and right. Think that's a money saver? What's coming next could put hundreds back in your pocket every single trip. Most major airlines still offer senior discounts, but they've buried them deeper than buried treasure on purpose. Their strategy is transparent once you see it. They want you paying full price and only offer discounts when you know the exact secret handshake. Here's your complete insider playbook for getting what others miss. American Airlines offers 10% off select fares for passengers 65 and older. But there's a catch that keeps most seniors paying full price. You have to call their dedicated senior desk directly. Their online booking system will never, ever show you these prices. United Airlines has senior discounts on specific routes, but they're completely unpublished online. You must call and specifically ask about senior fares using that exact terminology. Southwest Airlines doesn't have an official senior discount program, but they're wanna get away. Fares often beat what other airlines offer seniors anyway. The insider trick: book on Tuesday afternoons right when they release new inventory and prices drop. Here's the phone hack that actually works. When you call, don't ask the useless question, Do you have senior discounts? That gets you nowhere. Instead, say this exact phrase, "I'd like to book a senior fare for passengers 65 and older." That specific language triggers their system to check for unpublished rates that don't appear anywhere else. Agents are trained to respond to certain phrases, and this is one of them. But honestly, there's something even more valuable than discounts, and most seniors never realize they have it. Airlines have quietly implemented senior priority boarding policies, but they don't announce them for one calculated reason: it would create longer priority lines and seriously upset their premium passengers who are paying extra fees specifically for early boarding. Here's what actually happens behind the scenes. Most major airlines allow passengers with mobility needs, and this includes seniors who find boarding stressful or physically challenging, to request priority boarding right at the gate. You don't need doctor's notes. You don't need documentation. You don't need proof. Just mention at check-in or directly to gate agents that you need extra time boarding due to age-related mobility concerns. The magic phrase that works is this: "I'd like to request pre-boarding assistance due to mobility needs." Don't claim you need a wheelchair if you don't actually need one. Just say mobility assistance. This single sentence often gets you on the plane right after families with small children and before the chaos of general boarding begins. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You're not demanding special treatment. You're not making a scene. You're calmly requesting an accommodation that you legally qualify for. And gate agents are instructed to honor these requests. But here's where strategy becomes crucial. Combine this with what I'm about to reveal next for maximum impact. Airlines train their gate agents and check-in staff to respond with, "We're completely full," whenever someone asks about upgrades. But senior travelers have special leverage that most people never think to use. At check-in, mention if you experience any discomfort sitting in standard economy seats due to age-related issues. Maybe your legs need stretching room. Maybe you have back support concerns. Maybe you need easier aisle access for bathroom visits. Don't exaggerate or invent problems, but be straightforward about legitimate comfort needs. Gate agents actually have discretion to move seniors to seats with extra legroom, aisle seats for easier access, or even premium economy if it's available. This happens especially often if you've already checked in for wheelchair assistance or requested priority boarding. You're establishing a pattern of genuine need, and they respond to that. The key is asking politely while mentioning comfort rather than demanding upgrades like an entitled passenger. Here's the psychology hack that makes this work. Gate agents deal with demanding, rude, entitled passengers every single day. It's exhausting. A polite senior who mentions legitimate comfort concerns often gets accommodated specifically because you're being reasonable instead of aggressive. You're not demanding, you're not threatening, you're just mentioning a genuine need, and suddenly they want to help you. But there's a baggage fee situation you need to know about that could save you even more. Airlines make billions of dollars on baggage fees, but seniors have multiple ways to avoid them that most travelers never discover because, again, airlines profit from your ignorance. If you're a senior and a military veteran, most airlines waive baggage fees entirely. You need to add your veteran status to your frequent flyer profile or mention it when booking. That's it. If you're traveling with any medical equipment, CPAP machines, medication cooling bags, mobility aids, they fly completely free regardless of your regular baggage allowance. The definition of medical equipment is actually broader than most people realize. And airlines don't clarify this because they want those fees. Some airlines extend senior companion benefits that include free bags for your travel partner, even if they're not senior age themselves. This benefit exists, but isn't advertised anywhere obvious. Here's the insider's secret that few people know. If you're traveling with medical supplies, prescription medications that need temperature control, or any health-related items, mention this specifically when checking bags. Many airlines waive fees for medical necessity items, but only if you actually mention it. They're not going to volunteer this information and cost themselves money. But there's one final perk that's absolutely game-changing, and it's the one airlines guard most jealously of all. This is the perk airlines protect most aggressively because it threatens their entire premium revenue model. Senior travelers often qualify for complimentary lounge access in ways that have absolutely nothing to do with your ticket class or credit cards, but you'd never know it from their marketing materials. If you need a quiet place to rest, take medication, or manage health conditions. Many airport lounges provide complimentary access for seniors with medical needs. You simply need to explain your situation calmly to the lounge staff. They have discretion to grant access, and they use it more often than you'd think. When flights get delayed or canceled, senior passengers affected by these disruptions often receive lounge vouchers, meal vouchers, or accommodation assistance before other passengers, especially if you mention any mobility or medical considerations. This prioritization happens behind the scenes, but it's real. If you're a senior military veteran, you often get free lounge access through programs that aren't publicized anywhere. Check directly with airline customer service about veteran benefits that go way beyond just baggage fees. They exist, but they're not advertising them. The key phrase that unlocks possibilities is this: I'm a senior traveler with medical considerations, and I'm wondering about accommodation options during my layover. Don't demand access, don't act entitled. Ask about options, and you'll be genuinely surprised how often they find solutions that technically aren't supposed to exist. But none of this works if you don't know exactly how to ask. Here's your master script for claiming these perks without sounding demanding or entitled. The approach is everything. When you arrive at the airport, try this exact sentence. Hi, I'm 65 and traveling today. I wanted to check what accommodations might be available for senior passengers with mobility considerations. This single sentence opens the door to wheelchair assistance, priority boarding, seat accommodations, and customer service solutions that other passengers never access. The magic is in being specific about your age and mentioning accommodations and considerations rather than demanding specific perks by name. You're asking what's available, not demanding what you want. That subtle difference completely changes how staff respond to you. Remember this crucial truth: airline staff deal with entitled, aggressive, demanding passengers literally all day long. It's mentally exhausting. Seniors who are polite, specific, and informed get dramatically better treatment than those who demand or complain. You catch more flies with honey, and in this case, the honey is worth hundreds of dollars per trip. Here's your complete action plan before your next flight. At booking, request wheelchair assistance if you have any mobility concerns whatsoever. 24 hours before your flight, call the airline directly to ask about senior fares and accommodations. At check-in, mention your age and ask about available senior accommodations. At the gate, politely request priority boarding if you need it. If there are any delays, ask specifically about senior passenger accommodation options. Don't try to claim perks you don't legitimately need, but absolutely claim the ones that improve your travel experience. These benefits exist specifically for you. The airlines just desperately hope you won't ask, because every time you do, it costs them money they'd rather keep. Now I want to hear from you, because your experiences help other senior travelers navigate this system. Which of these perks surprised you the most? Have you successfully used senior travel benefits before, or have airlines given you the runaround when you tried? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your stories help other seniors know exactly what to expect and how to push back when airlines try to deny what you're entitled to. If this video opened your eyes to benefits you didn't know existed, smash that like button to help more senior travelers discover these insider secrets. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss strategies that put money back in your pocket. Share this with any senior travelers in your life who are getting ripped off because they don't know their rights. Together, we're ending the era of airlines profiting from senior passenger ignorance. Safe travels, and remember, these aren't favors, they're doing you. These are rights you've earned, and it's time to claim every single one of them.